For those of you that like shooting, almost everybody has heard of the Judge. Yeah, I think the reason being is it's, was probably one of the first, or it was the first that I heard of that was a 410 pistol. And then it also has the ability to shoot the 45 Colt, sometimes called 45 long Colt. Now, many would argue that it is an ideal self-defense or, home defense gun simply because you can shoot shotgun shells 410 with buckshot. So what if you could take the Judge and turn it into a carbine or rifle with an 18-inch barrel? What would that do for the distance? Well, that's exactly what the Circuit Judge is. Let's see what it can do. Hey, I'm Drew from Beyond Seclusion, bringing you the reviews directly here to Gun.Deals. Now, if you're not familiar with Gun.Deals, it's a website where you can go and find some of the best deals out there on guns and accessories. Here's the beauty of it. They simply find the best deals out there and they send you to a link. It costs you absolutely nothing, and Gun.Deals does not sell anything directly. So a while back, I got to review the Judge. I've been wanting to get my hands on one of those for a long time. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a shotgun in a pistol? And, basically what I came up with in the review was it is an ideal self-defense gun. It's big, it's heavy, but as far as aiming and accuracy, it's pretty forgiving when you put 3-inch Magnum 410 shells in there with buckshot. Now, even if you disagree that it's a good self-defense, it's just fun to shoot. Now, when I did have it, of course, I had the thought, hey, I could shoot skeet with this, with a pistol. How cool would that be? It was a great idea. I didn't hit one single clay. And I tried. Now, I saw the Circuit Judge, and I thought, now that I might be able to hit clay with. And then I could have the best of both worlds. I could have a rifle and a shotgun in one gun, something that, potentially could be good for self-defense, but then I also could shoot small game like rabbit hunting, squirrel hunting, but then I also have the ability to put in the 45 Colt or a 3-inch mag with a slug and take mid-sized game like deer and hogs. So the real question is, it's got a lot of potential. What can we do with this at range? Now, real quick note on the 45 Colt versus the 410. In my opinion, this gun is basically a shotgun rifle, as in, when you look ballistically at the 45 Colt and the 410 using a slug, it's kind of a no-brainer. The 3-inch mag has got so much more energy and speed than the 45 Colt. Now, with the 16-inch barrel, I do get some extended feet per second. Paul Harrell did a really awesome review. If you're interested in that, you should check, or interested in this, you should check out that video. But when it simply comes down to bang for the buck as far as power, you're far better to go with the 410 slug. Ballistically, when you look at a 45 Colt, it's really almost the exact same thing as a 45 ACP, except you're often paying twice as much. If it was as readily available and as cheap, then absolutely it'd be, I think, a very viable option to plink and have fun with this, as we're going to see what we can do with it at distance. So here's a really big question, is Taurus makes their Raging Hunter in the 410, 45 Colt, and 454 Casull. Why haven't they made this in the 454 Casull? When you look at that, that is a round with some serious punch. I mean, up to 1,900 feet per second with almost 2,000 foot-pounds of energy. That would be a total game changer in this platform. Let's just take an up-close look at this and check out the specs and tech. So what we have here, I mean, this is the ultimate of KISS, keep it simple, stupid. If you're talking like self-defense, I mean, it's single or double action. I like to fire it in the single because I have a lot less trigger pull, but I can also do double action for rapid fire. And you know, as far as revolvers go, it's really not too bad of a pull. And the single action, I'm guessing, is probably around 7 pounds. It's pretty crisp. There's really no creep, and it's a nice break. Now, one concern with having a revolver is the gases and potential flash that comes out the side, and then having my arm down here. So we have basically these blast shields on both sides. And I can say from shooting this with no sleeves on, never noticed a thing. Okay, one maybe potential design flaw is when it comes to emptying. Okay, it flips to the side here, and then that's fine, except these rounds up against there, they won't fall out. It's not a huge deal. It's just gonna be, you're gonna have to turn the cylinder, and you're not gonna be able to do like rapid unloading, reloading. Now, I will say, ergonomically, comfort-wise, it is exceptionally comfortable to shoot. It's light, it's well-balanced. It really does feel good and is fun to shoot. The wood is absolutely gorgeous. Not that that really necessarily makes a difference, but it is gorgeous wood. It's got the sling attachments, and it's got, you know, the rubber butt pad here. Not that it has any kind of kick. You know, that's another thing that would make this potentially viable self-defense for just about anybody, is it has incredibly manageable recoil, which is also why I think it should be in 450 Casull, because then you could really handle the round like that in a platform like this. The sights, this is one huge gripe I have. The sights are nice. They work. They're plastic, okay? You've got, you know, a $600-800 gun MSRP. This should not be plastic. This needs to be metal. The front sight, same thing. It's polymer. Guys, Taurus, Rossi, put in the extra 20 bucks or whatever and make those metal. It comes with a Picatinny rail, and then it also comes with this little attachment here. And I really like that because I like to fire it from the single stage. So I like to pull that back, get the shot off, and pull it back again. And it just makes it quick and easy for grabbing that versus a much smaller area to hit with my thumb. Now, for some reason, you did want to use this for hunting, migrating waterfowl, and you're gonna have to check the laws because this is not classified as a shotgun by the ATF. It's classified as a rifle, and so, you know, by the strictest sense, it could get you in a pinch. But if you are gonna hunt migrating or waterfowl, you only, in a lot of states, can have 3 rounds in. That's what this little orange thing is for. We can just pop that in there, and now we have 3 rounds. Now, this does have a thread insert. You have 2 different inserts. You've got basically the thread protector, which is what you have to use for slugs and the 45. The directions clearly say, do not put the rifled one in, okay? That, and it seems to go the opposite of what you think. This is for shooting birdshot and shotgun shells, and then basically the thread protector or smooth at the end is for shooting essentially rifled rounds, slugs, and the 45. It does come with the little tool here, and that goes in. It does thread, or I should say twist, the exact opposite of what you're used to. So I'd recommend looking at the directions and having them handy. Otherwise, a lot of you are just gonna grab it and you're gonna start trying to either loosen it and you're tightening it or going the other way. Okay, now my vision is not what it used to be, so I got an AT3 tactical red dot on here, the RCO. Reason I chose it, it has the circle dot, so that when I go to shoot moving targets like at the clay, that circle really helps. Let's just get this RCO zeroed at 50 yards using the 45 Colt, and then see what we can do at the different distances. That's all right. Yeah, had a flyer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actually greatly exceeds anything that I thought I was going to get with a solid lead 45 Colt at 50 yards. Now here was the sight in for it. Ignore those shots. I was doing a 300 black out there. But first shot was down here, and then moved up, and then down, and then over, and then came up here. That was the first shot with a cold barrel. Then I had a flyer, and then the other 3. Nice. All right, well, that works at 100, no problem. Okay, we're gonna go for 200 down there on the dam. I'm not sure what holdover we're gonna need. We'll give it a go here. There we go. Let's try that again. I was about, at the end there, I was probably 4 or 5 feet over the target. Okay, so what I want to do now is I've got some Fiocchi. Special thanks to Fiocchi for supplying the shotgun ammo for this. You know, I'm probably about 20 yards. You know, that's about 60 feet. That's probably the max range, at least that I think, probably for a 410 and shooting things like squirrel and rabbit. So anyway, I got these 3-inch shells here with number 9 shot. Let's see what kind of spread we get with it at this distance. Go take a look. Wow, okay. Yeah, we got a huge spread pattern. We're pretty much covering the whole thing. We did get a few BBs on target. It's gonna make shooting trap really interesting. Now I will say, shooting that shotgun shell, I did feel a little blast on my forearm. I mean, nothing that was painful or damaging, but I could feel it. Let's try one more. Well, we're definitely getting BBs on the target, but a big spread. Oh, we got a huge spread pattern, but you know, I am getting BBs on a palm-sized target. Yeah, it'd be pushing it. It's really pushing it back there at 20 yards. Now, I have had a lot of people tell me that I shoot at distances much farther than the average person shoots. So I'm gonna try this at 30 feet and see what kind of spread pattern we get there. Yeah, it's definitely going to be more effective on small game You know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 pellets in a palm size. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to work for rabbit and squirrel. Let's see what we get with buckshot. Okay, I'm going to start with my Remington Ultimate Home Defense buckshot. I'm at 30 feet here. I think most people would agree that that's, you know, that's a pretty far distance. You know, me personally, I'd rather be as far as possible, but let's see what we get here at 30 feet. Got a lot bigger spread pattern than I would have thought. You know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one of these is the wad. That's the wad. Okay. So we had 2 on target, 1 up there, 1 over there, 1 over there. And I guess that's a little wider than I would want at this distance, but then again, maybe not. You know, I think a lot of people would probably say that actually they kind of want that, so that if they're not a good shot, they've got some hits. Let's try the Federal and see if that's any different. Okay, same thing here, 30 feet. This time we're gonna go with a Federal and see if that changes our pattern any. Oh, I think that's better. You know, actually, now that I'm remembering back to doing the Judge, the Federal performed a lot better. You know, we've got 3 on target here, 1 just up here, and 1 down here. I'm not. Okay, to me, this just feels crazy, stupid close, but this is actually 18 feet, which is still, by a lot of standards, excessive for self-defense. Let's see what we get for a group at 18 feet. Oh, yeah, okay, that would be very effective. You know, and as I'm doing this, I'm thinking another, I guess, positive for this, for self-defense is, you know, a lot of small or younger people aren't going to want to use a 12 gauge. It's going to really intimidate the hell out of them. This thing has absolutely no kick or recoil, and at 18 feet, that is deadly. Okay, so we're going to give it a go here and try doing some clay targets. Basic. Nice. Oh, crap. Awesome. There you have it, guys. It is what it is. The Taurus or Rossi Circuit Judge. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, make sure and come and check me out on YouTube under Beyond Seclusion. Until next time on Gun.Deals, remember to be a safe and responsible gun owner and educate our young people to guns and gun safety.